is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to out a quick video. We're going to talk about Jayson Tatum, the guy that's finally having his best season in the NBA numbers-wise. He's getting the most minutes in his entire career with 31.4 was his highest. Now he's getting 34 minutes a game, which is very important, especially because of the injuries that they have sustained and that they have had. I think that that's a sign that's going in the right direction, considering that he is real young and the Celtics are still figuring out. They have injuries to Enes Kanter. They have had injuries to Gordon Hayward, who just re-injured his hand, and they need somebody to step up in those roles. And it's between Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, who are the pillars of this team. Everybody know who those guys are. They're going to be the future of this team as currently constructed, unless a trade happened. But for him to get 34.4 minutes per game and 18.3 shots per game, but also average a career high in three-point percentage with 44.4 and a career high in three-point percentage with 6.8. He also shooting 3.3 free throws. It's something that we still want to see increase. Averaging a career high and rebounds with 7.1, which is very impressive considering that this team struggled rebounding with even Al Horford on the team, and it's good for him to fill out the rest of his game, become a better box out player, and just trying to put more effort and energy on grabbing rebounds. And he's also averaging a career high 1.8, I believe, in steals, which is pretty good. He's long, he's mobile, he's athletic. There's no real reason why he shouldn't be able to be a great defender, especially because the scheme that Brad Stevens has them running, it puts him in positions to where he can gamble a little bit, but also use his length and activity to really cause disruptions or even fast break opportunities, which is good because those are the easiest opportunities in the game. So I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Brad Stevens right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Jayson Tatum. As you guys know, I have never really been the biggest Jayson Tatum fan. I always thought he was a little overrated, especially because he got so much hype his rookie year playing so well in the playoffs, which is well deserved. If you play well, people are going to respect you. People are going to see that you have talent. They're going to see your potential, especially when you look at the fact that he was a teenager. Basically, when he was doing that, he wasn't really that old. Plus, you look at his size, his mobility, and his handle, and his ability to knock down tough shots, but also create opportunities off the dribble, whether it's from three, mid-range, or even getting to the paint. Even though he has struggled getting to the free throw line consistently, or even just being a guy that can get to the free throw line at a high rate and get the teams in foul trouble and put them in predicaments, a lot of that is because he does choose to settle on a lot of his shots, and with it, whether it's a pull-up jumper or a fadeaway jumper or just a crossover step-back three, those are tough shots to live up on, and that's one of his biggest criticisms is the fact that he takes a lot of tough contested shots, and he doesn't have the aggressiveness to get a better shot or create a better shot, and he just hasn't really been a great passer. I know he averaged 2.1 assists, but he is more of a guy that makes the extra pass or make the extra pass in transition. He's not really a guy that's creating off the dribble, trying to be a playmaker, trying to be a scorer at the same time. If he has the ball, it's either he's going to get rid of it early or he's going to dribble a lot of the shot clock down and try to make a shot. And if that doesn't work, he's just going to get a hockey assist, which is fine because he is young. The guy is only 21 years old, so he ain't going to know everything. He's not going to be the best version of himself until he gets more experience. And his teammates has been changing. 1 minute they were Isaiah Thomas, next minute they were Kyrie, now they were Kemba. So that does make an impact, trying to build chemistry and camaraderie with your point guard and your coach. And it hurts when you got to continue to, basically acclimate yourself with another teammate or teammates. And they don't have Al Horford either this year. They ended up just getting Ennis and Robert Williams, who had looked decent. But other than that, they just tell him he may have an argument for being an all-star this year. That's basically why I wanted to make this video. I never thought that he was a bust. I never thought that he was trash. As you guys know, I am a Markelle Fultz guy. But at the same time, Jayson Tatum just, for some reason, just don't have it all figured out when it comes to being one of the superstar players. It seems like he understands the game. He knows his game. He knows what he can and he can't do, which is fine because a lot of players made a living off that. And like I said, if I had to pick an all star from the Celtics, it would definitely be Kemba. But I mean, Jayson Tatum will be second. And if you're going to continue to stay in the top three, top four in the East, they should get two All Stars from this team. And right now, it does look like Jayson Tatum, which a lot of people won't be surprised because a lot of people seen the star in him. Like I said in the beginning of the video, that he has everything you need to be a star. It's just about getting the IQ and just becoming a better teammate in general. I think he has to work on. But this guy has looked amazing. I really like his field goal percentage to continue to raise, even though this is almost a career low. But I think that this is just the start of the season, and a lot of these late second shot clock attempts do hurt his field goal percentage too. But that is a part of being a superstar, being able to bail out your team and be able to be counted on to make those shots, but also create opportunities for your teammates when you have those moments and not just being having a tunnel vision. And that's one thing that hurts Jayson Tatum too, is having that tunnel vision of, he doesn't look for the two steps or the two plays ahead. He just basically focused on what's going on around him, and that's how he really reads the defense, which is fine because at the end of the day, when you're not used to being the guy in the NBA and you have different type of athletes and different type of players that you're going against, you have to adjust, you have to see it, and then you also have to be able to make those adjustments so that way you can counter what the other coaches and players are trying to do to you. And I feel like that's the thing that's been taking Jayson Tatum a little bit longer to develop. It's just understanding the game, slowing down the game, and just making the right plays. And it sounds easier than what it really is, but like I said, when you only spend 3 years, and not even a whole 3 years because this season just started in the NBA, is something that you do have to learn. But I like Jayson Tatum right now. I'm liking what he's doing. I'm liking what he's showing for the Boston Celtics. He's the main reason why they are in that 7-1 tie with the Lakers as of right now, and he's also one of the reasons why they're the number one seed in the entire Eastern Conference. And if he's going to literally continue to play at this level or even get better as the season progresses, what I think he should, because eventually you get to see everything that they're going to do, and you know what they're trying to make you do, and you know what they're trying to force you into. And like I said, it's just about making those adjustments and making those counters, and then that become a position where you're forcing the NBA players and the teams and the coaches to pick their poison, because he can always hit you with a jab step pull up. He can also dribble, crossover, get to the paint, lay it up. Or one thing I want him to continue to add is the floater. That's something that has become very, very popular in the NBA today. If you beat your guy off the dribble, you can do the jumper, or you can do the float, or you can just get all the way to the basket, to free throw line, or a layup. But also being able to shoot the three. So if he can play in some pick and roll in his canter, other guys, he can always use that three off the dribble, or even just screen, set feet, knock down the three, which he has been doing a better job of this year. So he has the small adjustments just to make, turn him in from a good player to a great player and most likely a superstar, which the Celtics do need if we want to be a legitimate championship contender. A lot of it rides on how well Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown can really become, or even if we got to use them as a trade asset, can we upgrade from that position with a guy that's not even 25 and turn them into something better? We've seen that we turned in a lot of our young pieces in for Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. That experiment hasn't worked because Kyrie is gone, and Gordon Hayward started getting his mojo back, but now he broke his hand. He fractured his hand. So now it's about starting back from the bottom for him again. So a lot of this is riding on Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Kemba Walker has been doing his job. He has took over in fourth quarters. He has been able to create his own shot. He has been able to come off screens and really put the defense at his mercy, whether it's to pull up three or get into the paint, get into the free throw line, or even just knocking down the mid-range jumper. He draws a lot of attention, and he's a guy that's very aggressive. I want to see Jayson Tatum, get that mentality that nobody can guard me, nobody can stop me, and I can get and do whatever I want to do. And he can get there just because he has all the tools and he has the jump shot and the touch. It's just about having that mentality consistently game to game and being able to take your game to another level when your team needs it the most. Those are those superstar traits. But it's also trying to figure out ways to impact the game in multiple ways. And he has shown that He has showed that he can impact the game in multiple ways. He has also showed that he can be a potential great defender. He has also shown that he can be a selfless guy on this team, which allows his teammates to rise their game and also allows them to be who they are on the court. And that's very important, especially when you're young, but also when you're trying to win a championship. You have to elevate the teammates around you. You have to make them better, make their job a lot easier. And it will also happen to you when they get their confidence and they start knocking down shots. It opens up opportunities for you as a player. And I think he's starting to see that a lot more, and it also helps going in Team USA. It also helps playing with an all-star and a guy that carried the team, and Kyrie and Kimba being on their teams and seeing how they work and seeing how they operate and seeing how they score and seeing and picking their brain and seeing how they impact and how they figure out to get to their spots and how to get to the best shots that they can take. So these are some of the best scorers in the league, and it's good to have that on your team and have that knowledge available. But it's also good to have a coach like Brad Stevens that is a perfect X and O coach and can always get the best out of you and put you in those situations where you can succeed. So it's just about him taking the minor adjustments and changing it and really, smoothing out the rest of his game, being a lot more unselfish when it comes to passing and setting up his teammates, taking his defense to another level, which is possible because the guy is only 21, and just being a smarter scorer and not trying to force anything, not trying to do everything, and stop settling for the long contested twos, but also the contested threes. I know it's hard to do it, and that is a part of being a superstar, but you also don't want to just give, the defense a break by just giving up a tough shot that you can make, but is a tough shot in general. Taking that out your mentality is hard when you're accustomed to doing it, but I think that's very essential for him to really up his efficiency from the field, but also up his efficiency as a scorer. And the more moves you can do, the more you can add to your game, the more the defense is at your mercy. The more the defense is at your mercy, the more dominant and unguardable and unpredictable that you are. And he just need a go-to move. That mid-range isn't really falling for him consistently enough. He needs to find out another way to have a go-to move so he can always use that as a bread and butter, but he also can add counters to that depending on how the defense decides to guard him, and that can really take his scoring from 21 points to 25 to 26. And like I said, the more harder you are to guard, the more unpredictable you are, the more you're susceptible to getting your opponent, the defender, your defender, in foul trouble, which also helps out your team, gives them a break, but also gets you to the free throw line, which is easy shots for Tatum and a lot of teammates that he has. But that also will up his scoring. The more efficient you are and the more free throws you get, the more points you can score, the more points you can score, the more dominant you are, the more dominant you are. You get the all NBA teams, you get the all-star teams, and you also can help. And you can also lead your team to a championship, which we want Jayson Tatum or whoever becomes that guy outside of Kimba to do. So it's just about doing the small little things and just understanding the game and being more mindful of it and just making those proper adjustments. It's simple, it's easy, but at the end of the day, you still got to get it figured out. You still got to apply it and you still got to do it. And once he started figuring those things out at age 23, 24, 25, this team could be hitting the ceiling because Danny Ainge is not scared to make changes and risks and take those trades. But he also showed that he can get free agents like the Al Horfords and the Gordon Haywards and the Kyries was a guy that he traded for. He's willing to do those things to get this team back to a championship contention, and that's the whole point of having Jayson Tatum when he went up in the draft to take him and move down. He felt like Jayson Tatum can be that guy. He's showing a lot of potential of being that guy. Now we just got to see if he's going to be that guy for the Boston Celtics, and that's going to be the fun thing to watch as he continues to play and as he continues to get older. And hopefully he can stay in the Celtics uniform and really become a superstar for us because that's what we thought and feel like he can be. But let me know what you guys think about Tatum and the Celtics. Like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies. I break down players. I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching.